Hello and welcome children to your new class, grade 3. I will be teaching you computers. So this is the book which has been prescribed for you for this year. As you can see, its cover picture in the screen. The name of the first lesson is CPU, mouse and keyboard. So this will be our first chapter. CPU, mouse and keyboard. If you can remember, there is one more important part of a computer, as these three, that is CPU, mouse and keyboard, are parts of a computer. There is one more important part. Can you guess it? It looks like a TV. Yes, it's a monitor. So generally a computer is made up of four main parts. First is CPU, second is mouse, third is keyboard and fourth one is monitor, which just looks like a TV screen. So these are the four main parts of a computer. Just like we have a body has different parts like our head, our hands, our legs, our mouth and so on. So similarly, computer also has different parts. First is CPU, second is mouse and third is keyboard and fourth one is monitor. So these four are the most important parts of the computer. A computer can have other parts also which are externally attached to it, like a printer, a scanner, speaker, etc. But these four, CPU, mouse, keyboard and monitor, are the basic and important parts of a computer. So we will start with the lesson. CPU, Central Processing Unit. So the full form for CPU is Central Processing Unit, and CPU is the most important part of the computer. Just like we have our brains, similarly CPU is called the brain of the computer, that we had studied in grade 2, that CPU is called brain of the computer. CPU is called brain of computer. So what will happen if a person's brain is not working or his brain has become dead? Right, that person will die. So similarly, if we remove the CPU from the computer will not work, even if it has mouse, keyboard and monitor, because CPU is the brain of the computer. It is the most important part of the computer and it performs all the important operations. Like we can read over here, all the functions and processes of a computer is done in the central processing unit, CPU. The CPU has three parts. So all the functions and all the processes that a computer does is actually being done by the CPU, by the central processing unit. If you want to print something, that command is processed in the CPU. If you are drawing something, that thing is stored in the CPU. So everything is done by the CPU. And monitor, it just gives us the display of what is going on inside the computer. So the CPU has three parts. So the CPU has main three parts. Number one is memory. Number two is arithmetic logic unit. Number three is control unit. So these three are the parts of the CPU. So as we can see, memory stores the instruction and data to be processed. It also stores the work we do on the computer. So memory, it performs two important functions. Number one is it stores the instructions and data, and number two is it stores the work we do on the computer. So whatever the computer performs, that is various operation, its instruction and data is stored in a special memory inside the computer. And similarly, whatever work we are doing on the computer, for example, we are drawing something, we are writing something, we are typing something, all this is stored in the memory of the CPU. Just like in a mobile phone, the contact number which you can see in the contacts part, that is stored in the memory of the mobile phone. Similarly, the applications, the games which you have on the mobile phone, they are actually stored in the memory of the CPU. Just like how we have a brain also stores information. For example, if someone asks you, what is your name? So you don't have to think what is my name, what is my name. You can immediately tell my name is so and so, because your name is stored in your brain in the memory section. So similarly, computer also has a memory which stores the instruction and data, and it also stores the work we do on the computer. The next part is arithmetic and logic unit. Arithmetic logic unit performs the all arithmetic and logical operations. The computer, it not just stores information in the memory, but it also performs mathematical operations. For example, if we use a calculator inside the computer and we just type 2 multiplied by 2, so the computer will give us the correct answer 4. And similarly, if we were to ask the computer to tell us what is 2 divided by 2, it will give us the answer as 1. So like you can see in this picture. So computer has the ability to perform mathematical and logical operations. Now the third and important part is the control unit. The control unit processes and executes the instruction that comes from the memory unit. The instructions that are stored in the memory, they go to the control unit for performing the process. For example, we want to print our drawing which we have drawn on the computer. We want to print that. So the instruction for printing is stored in the memory, but that memory itself cannot print that paper. So that memory will pass the instruction to the control unit. Then the control unit will process that information and give command to the printer. Then we can see the paper coming out of the printer and a drawing being printed on it. So this is the first and most important part of a computer, that is the CPU, Central Processing Unit. Now we will move to the next part, that is the mouse. So mouse is a part of a computer that is placed on a mouse pad. We use our hand to move the mouse on the mouse pad. Like you can see in this picture over here, this is called a mouse in the computer language. This is not the mouse that the cat eats. It is the mouse in the computer language, which is placed on a mouse pad, and we use our hand to move the mouse. So mouse is also called as a pointing device. As we can see on the next page in a short while, how it actually looks on the screen. So we use our finger to click the buttons on the mouse. We click the left mouse button when we want to select an icon on the screen. So like this, you have a mouse and it has two buttons. This is right button and this is left button. So if you want to select anything on the screen, we click on the left button. So mouse is actually a pointing device. When we move it, an arrow moves on the screen. This arrow is called a cursor. So when we move the mouse, like this thing moves on the screen, and this is called cursor. So now we will move on to the next page. This is the next page. When we use the mouse to point an icon on the screen, an arrow moves on the screen. This arrow is called mouse cursor. So like this, it moves on the screen. So if you zoom this and see, you can see it over here that this man, this student, is moving the mouse on the mouse pad, and this arrow is getting moved on the screen. So if he wants to open this folder, he will move the mouse and bring this arrow on that folder, and then left click it 2 times. This is the left button. So it will click that 2 times and that file will open up. Okay. Now next is when we want to type text, the cursor looks like a thin vertical line that blinks. This is called the text cursor. So actually there are 2 types of cursor. Number 1 is the mouse cursor and the second type is the text cursor. Mouse cursor is generally used to select something on the screen, and text cursor is used to indicate where we want to type the text. As the name suggests, text cursor is used for typing the text. Like in this photo you can see that person has brought the cursor over here, which is just a standing blinking line which shows him where the typing will begin. So today in this lesson we learnt about 2 important parts of a computer. First one was CPU, which is the brain of the computer, and next was mouse. So we will study about the keyboard in the next class. Thank you, and revise your lessons.